Fans, please welcome our umpires this evening. Behind home plate, Mr. Joe Burleson. Joining Mr. Burleson at first base, Mr. Matt Stelzis, and at third base, Mr.
Good evening and welcome to Brazil Stadium for GCU Baseball. Michael Potter here with you as the Lopes get started on their Western Athletic Conference season, hosting the CSU Bakersfield Roadrunners. The Roadrunners come in 11-5 on the year, 2-2 away from the friendly confines of Bakersfield. The Lopes 6-13, 3-3 at home this season, and looking to get things righted in a good way here in the first game of the WAC this season. And for the Lopes, their Friday night guy, Jake Wong on the mound. Wong having a fantastic year in his sophomore season as the top starter for the Lopes. Had a few tough luck games where he was in line for some wins and the bullpen unable to hold those. But Wong on the hill getting ready. ERA leading the Western Athletic Conference, 1.41. A record of 2-1. This is his sixth start, and he has only appeared as a starter in 32 innings. Jake has given up 18 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 19. Opposition hitting $167 off Jake Wong. And Bakersfield, though, comes in a very good hitting club as a team, hitting .321. A couple guys throughout the lineup up close to .500. So Wong will be throwing to the backstop of Griffin Barnes, Tyler Wyatt in left for GCU, Thomas LaRouge in center, Garrison Schwartz in right. Zach Malice gets the start at third, Mark Mumper at short, Austin Bull at second, Ian Evans at first base. For the Roadrunners, Mark Pena. Pena leads off, the center fielder. So Pena leads off. Andrew Penner, the junior left fielder, bats second. David Metzger, the senior at second base, bats third. Max Carter, the starting pitcher in DH, bats fourth. Malik Jones, Sunday starter, play first base and bat fifth. Ryan Grotjohn, local boy here out of Brophy High, plays short and bats sixth. Jake Ortega, the catcher, bats seventh. Cole Valletta, the right fielder, bats eighth. And Brandon Heinrich at third base, bats ninth. First pitch misses down low, ball one. Joe Burleson behind home plate, Matt Stelgis at first, and Steve Mattingly down at third, and we are underway. A beautiful night here under the lights at Brazil Stadium. In there for a strike, 1-1. The count goes to Pena. Pena hitting .305 on the year. Has started all 16 ball games. No homers, 12 RBI. Perfect 3 for 3 on stolen bases. Wong trying to keep him off the base paths. Ground ball, chopper down the third, foul. Backhanded by Malice, but would have taken a fantastic throw to get him. Foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strike the count now. Well, Jake Wong has been the one solid guy for GCU. Jake Repovich has pitched well. Also, he'll pitch game 2 tomorrow at 2 p.m. Check swing, defensive swing, fouled off. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. But it's been Jake Wong that has really started things off in series well for GCU. This is just his second ever conference start. Popped up right side, but it's going to get out of play, and Barnes gives it a look. So good battle here with the leadoff man, Mark Pena. Only other WAC start for Jake Wong was last year at UTRGV through 5 innings, gave up a couple of hits, no runs, walked 6, but struck out 4 and got the win in a 10-07 inning ball game. The 1-2. Fouled back on it, but just under it a bit there. GCU glad to be back in the friendly confines of Brazil Stadium. They have been the road warriors early on here. I was talking to Coach Stankiewicz prior to the game. He said it's great to be back because that one's fouled off again. He said they are a little road weary, and I said, well, you can't really blame the guy that made the schedule, can you? And he laughed and said, no, it was me, but I really felt like it was good that we get the guys out there and play some good competition on the road as they continue to build for that first year out of transition. Foul back off of Griffin Barnes. Good at bat by Pena. Pena, one of 3 JUCO transfers on this Bakersfield squad that has really turned things around since last season. Last year, 19 and 27, 12 and 14 in conference play. A new head coach, an interim head coach, and a bit of a new attitude and culture. They checked down. He didn't go. Count goes to 2-2. A good check swing on that one by Pena. Wong wanted the call, but first base umpire said he didn't go around. That's Matt Stelgas down there. So Jeremy Beard in his first season as the interim head coach down low. And so Pena works at full count against Jake Wong. He was a pitching coach, Beard, that is, for CSUB back in 2016. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Took a while, but Wong gets the first out of the inning. Strikeout of Pena, and that'll bring up Andrew Penner. Well, a great at-bat if you're Bakersfield. Got to see a lot of different pitches from Jake Wong. Now Andrew Penner, another of those JUCO transfers on the squad here. Penner hitting .457 in 46 at-bats. He got no homers and 7 RBI. In there for a strike one. You would think, hitting .457, he'd be tops on the team, but everybody on the squad chasing Ryan Grotjohn, who's hitting .475. Ground ball to short. Mumper. Toss to first. 2 down. That'll bring up David Metzger, the senior second baseman. Metzger has been a fantastic player for the Runners ever since he got to Bakersfield. Out of Lancaster, California. Just 5'8" tall, 165 pounds. But boy, he's been the offensive catalyst for these guys for a number of years. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Talked to Coach Stankiewicz prior to the game. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at GCU_Lopes and follow the baseball Twitter feed as well. We put those pregame interviews out on SoundCloud so you can hear what the coach has to say. That pitch misses inside. 1-1 to count to Metzger. Metzger hitting .349. No homers, 11 RBI. One down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. What Coach Stankiewicz had to say about Jake Wong, what's making him so successful, is he's really trusting his stuff. You hear coaches say that all the time. But Jake has really kind of embraced being a power pitcher. Fastball just missed outside, and have to have the ability to spot that fastball, which he tried to do there. But Coach Stankiewicz said he's just very comfortable with using that fastball, moving it around, and really attacking hitters. See what he does here on a 3-1 count. Went off speed in there for a strike, 3-2. So Wong trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. A strikeout of Pena, a ground out by Penner. Metzger up there with nobody on and 2 out. And he walked him. So Metzger takes low, first base runner of the ball game, and Metzger's the guy you got to keep an eye on over there. David 6 for 8 in stolen bases. And we'll see if they get something going here. Max Carter, the starting pitcher and designated hitter, hitting .377 with a homer and 12 RBI. 2 of the pitchers you'll see here for Bakersfield in this series are two-way players, Malik Jones and Max Carter. Pitch to Carter in there for a strike. Malik's starting at first base tonight. He's in the on-deck circle. Initially was going to be the starter on Saturday, but they moved him back to Sunday. Move Isaiah Moten up to pitch tomorrow. Lopes have yet to name a Game 3 starter. The 0-1. And he hit him. Ooh, that one rode in and caught him. Don't know if that caught him on the elbow or the wrist. Carter shaking it off as he heads down there. So a walk and a hit batter. Trying to pitch inside, just got away from him a bit. And now, after 2 quick outs, well, not really a quick out on the strikeout to Pena, as he saw a lot of pitches. But now after the 2 outs, you got runners at first and second, and Malik Jones, the senior first baseman and pitcher, coming up Jones hitting .415 with no homers and 12 RBI on the season. He and his brother Miles mainstays here for Bakersfield the last 4 or 5 years. Now Bakersfield's dugout starting to get into it. First pitch, like a slider down low, ball 1. Not holding Carter on at first. In there for a strike on the outside corner. Justin Roberts coaching down at third for Bakersfield. The 1-1. Gloved by Evans. Well, that would have more than likely produced a run. Metzger had a great jump. Jones saw it, laced it down the right field line, but quick on his feet. Ian Evans makes the grab, and that is the inning. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Lopes coming up. Well, folks, get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple, folks. Lopes up. Max Carter, cleanup hitter, designated hitter, and starting pitcher in this ball game on the mound for Bakersfield. Carter, of course, was hit by that pitch in the right arm. Looks to be okay as he's taking his warm-up tosses, getting ready to go here. I'm sure everybody in Bakersfield watching this broadcast gasped when they saw Carter get hit, because he's been fantastic as a two-way player for this squad. Not only the fact that he's hitting .377, but as the Friday night guy, a 3.51 ERA and a record of 3-0. This will be his 5th start and 5th appearance. In 25 2/3, Carter's given up 26 hits, 14 runs, 10 earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 23. Opposition hitting .271 against Carter. Max will be thrown to the sophomore Jake Ortega behind home plate. Andrew Penner in left, Mark Pena in center, Cole Valletta in right, Brandon Heinrich at third, Ryan Grochon at short, David Metzger at second, Malik Jones at first. Lineup for GCU. Austin Bull, the switch-hitting second baseman, leads off. Tom LaRouge back in center field, bats second. Ian Evans made that great leaping catch to end the top half of the frame. He bats third and plays first. Zach Malice, the third baseman, bats fourth. Tyler Wyatt gets the start in left field and bats fifth. Garrison Schwartz in right field bats sixth. Cuba Best, the DH, bats seventh. Griffin Barnes, the catcher, bats eighth. And Mark Mumper out at short bats ninth. So Bull, LaRouge, Evans, Malice, Wyatt, Schwartz, Best, Barnes, Mumper. Austin Bull has been fantastic as a leadoff man for GCU this year. Batting left-handed. First pitch inside, ball one. Bull hitting .355. No homers and 5 RBI, but 14 runs scored for GCU. Takes that one out high and away. 2-0. Bull, a very good eye. Takes a lot of pitches. Get himself into good hitting situations. No score here as we go to the bottom of the first. First of a 3-game set, and Bull up 3-0 on the count. Caught the inside part of the plate, 3-1. Welcome all you folks watching on GCU TV, as well as all the folks watching on the WAC Digital Network. Up high, walked him. So Bull, leadoff man aboard for GCU, and Tom LaRouge coming to the plate. See if Coach Stinkowitz wants to play small ball here and we're going to get a visit to the mound. I think probably the question is going to be, how do you feel? Because if you're just joining us, Carter came up with Metzger on at first with 2 outs, and he's just looking at that right wrist. He was plucked by the starting pitcher, Jake Wong, trying to throw an inside fastball, got away, and Carter was hit. Couldn't tell if it was the forearm or the wrist area, and just then it looked like he checked the wrist as Jeremy Beard, his head coach and skipper, came out. Now they're going to let him throw a few, and Beard can't be happy about this turn of events if he's got to go to his bullpen right away. Carter's delivery looks to be okay. It's just a matter of, can you grip the ball if you got hit pretty hard? Doesn't seem to be anything structurally or anything. And Andy Stanko was just verifying, probably not a mound visit there, more of an injury visit. The umpire was out there the entire time to make sure that no coaching was done. So we're back and ready to go. Tom LaRouge at the plate, left-handed hitter. Austin Bull at first. Bull 0 for 4 in stolen bases. Tom hitting .294 on the year. No homers, no RBI. Started off as a DH this season and then missed some playing time. Still recovering from that shoulder injury. Going to bunt. Nice bunt. That's going to be a tough one. Throw to Metzger. Covering in time. Just got him. Boy, very close. The sacrifice bunt, though, works, and the Lopes have a man in scoring position with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. Good play there by Bakersfield. LaRouge, a speedy runner. Almost legged that one out. Almost beating the second baseman Metzger over to the bag. Ian Evans. Boy, this kid's been a revelation for the Lopes. Got him to come over after Evans finished up at Gateway College. Been the starting first baseman and the best hitter on the squad for GCU. First pitch misses, 1-0 the count. Evans hitting .314, 1 homer and 13 RBI. The 1-0. And then for a strike, 1-1. Show me that again. Joshua Hauser, our communications extraordinaire, showed me a little breaking news that Devin Booker of the Suns just scored 70 points in a loss to the Celtics. Most since Kobe, right? 1-1. Outside, 2-1. How many points did they score as a team? Team scored 120 and Booker scored 70. Yikes. Interestingly, when the Lopes went down and played Kentucky when they had all those great freshmen, Booker was one of those freshmen. Didn't play much for Kentucky early in the year. Has come in and just dominated NBA play. How many shots did he take? Carter checks the runner. Bull at second. No score here in the bottom of the first. Just underway in whack play. Now one misses, 3-1. We, of course, have not seen Carter this year, so hard to tell if that right wrist where he was hit by a pitch in the top of the frame is bothering him too much, if he looks any different. No action in the pin. The 3-1. Chopper down to third. The throw across, just in time to get the runner. Bull had to stay at second. Heinrich looked like he had a little bit of trouble down there. Just in time to get Evans. So now 2 down, Zach Malice at the plate. Malice, a left-handed hitting sophomore third baseman. Zach Malice hitting .270 on the year. No homers, 11 RBI. Lopes trying to get on the board here in the first. Nice off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Looks to be a very good matchup between these two squads. Historically, in 9 previous meetings, the Lopes are 7-2 against Bakersfield. Last time they played last year, GCU got the sweep on the road at Bakersfield. 1-1 the count. Lopes won games 9-3, 9-4, and 9-6. High and away, 2-1 the count. Andy Stankiewicz coaching down at third base in his 6th year with GCU. Record of 160, 128, and 1. First year we've seen the coach down there at third base. Typically in the dugout. The 2-1 to Malice. Little squibber foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Man on second. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. Greg Bordas down at first base coaching for GCU. Malice, a great freshman season, was named to the preseason All-WAC first team this year as a sophomore. He was an at-large selection. Of course, Garrison Schwartz picked as a preseason player of the year. In the air. Grosjean coming over, almost right on top of the bag, makes the grab, and the Lopes strand the leadoff walk. So both pitchers strand a man at second and get out of the inning unscathed. For the Lopes, no runs on no hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We have completed 1. No score here at Brazel Stadium. This is GCU Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Learn the art of hospitality management at GCU, right in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona, a top tourism market bustling with opportunity for our hospitality students. Join the student team at GCU Hotel, delivering unmatched service plus amenities like the Oasis Pool, Fitness Center, and Canyon 49 Grill. Learn golf management at GCU Championship Golf Course, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
No score here as we go to the top of the second. Jake Wong back on the hill. He'll face Ryan Grosjean, Jake Ortega, and Cole Valletta. Of course, everybody watching knows that Bakersfield won the regular season WAC basketball and lost to New Mexico State in the tournament. So they got the bid to the NIT, and New Mexico State, the Aggies, got to go to the NCAA. But boy, Bakersfield making the most of it up at Madison Square Garden as we speak, playing Georgia Tech on Tuesday night with a chance to get into the championships of the NIT. So best of luck to the runners in New York. Hopefully some of them are joining us watching this ball game here. Grosjean having a fantastic senior campaign. Grosjean hitting .475, no homers, 15 RBI. Bit of a homecoming for him. Played his high school ball at Brophy. Just down the street here and south on Central to the campus. 2-0 count. Three and up. So now Jake Wong being very careful with Ryan Grosjean. Falling behind. Have to battle back here. In there for a strike, 3-1. Grosjean, the reigning WAC hitter of the week. In there for a strike, 3-2. So battling back. Full count here. Grosjean was named the WAC Hitter of the Week, going 10 for 15 against Riverside. Bulls got it. The chopper fires to first, and the leadoff man is retired. So nifty pitching there, getting down 3 balls and no strikes. Wong battles back, and it's the man to ground out to the right side. Jake Ortega, the catcher. Ortega getting 370 on the year. No homer, 6 RBI. Down the line, but foul. We mentioned in the bottom half of the first inning that Devin Booker, great Suns guard, scored 70 points in a loss to the Celtics tonight. He shot 21 of 40 from the floor, 4 of 11 from behind the arc, and made 24 of 26 free throws. Pretty good shooting percentage, too. Inside, almost clipped him. 1-1 the count to Ortega. One count with 1 out. No score here. We are in the top of the second. Ortega fouls that one off. 1 ball, 2 strike the count now. Cole Valletta on deck. First of 3. Same 2 teams match up tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Catch all 3 of the games right here on GCU TV. Shot through the left side for a base hit. First hit of the ball game. Ortega is on with 1 out. Well, Ortega didn't try to do too much with that one. Just shot it through the gap. The 5.5 hole, as Tony Gwynn would say, in the left field for a base knock. Cole Valletta at the plate now. Cole hitting 270. No homers and 4 RBI. A sophomore right fielder. Valletta played at Mesquite High. That one's in there for strike 1 in Gilbert, Arizona. So a few guys with Arizona connections here. Grosjean and Valletta. 0-1 to Valletta. Fouled off right side. Wong up 0-2 on Cole Valletta. Lopes coming back from a 7-game road stretch for this series. Fouled off again late on it. Count stays no balls and 2 strikes. Lopes last played here at Brazil on March 12th. A win against San Francisco. Went on the road and beat UNLV in 11. Then lost the second game, that 2-game series. Got swept out in Pepperdine. Twice they lost to Pepperdine, once to Long Beach State. A off-speed pitch, a flare towards second, and Bull makes the grab for out number 2. Lopes then came home, I think, for a night and then headed right out to New Mexico. Won 6-1 and then lost 22-3. Brandon Heinrich, the junior transfer, third baseman. Hitting a .158, no homers and 2 RBI. Wong trying to strand another man. Fastball up high, ball 1. Big difference in scheduling this year. Bakersfield, just their 5th road game of the year. The Lopes have already played 12 on the road. The 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Well, the Lopes are 6-3 in WAC opening series since they got back in the WACs in 2013. They've won their last 2 WAC opening series. There goes the runner. Fouled off. Ortega got a pretty good jump there. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ortega 1 for 1 in stolen bases. Check of the runner, the 1-2. Chopper left side. Malice gloves it on the run. Fires it in time. Nice play down there by Malice at third to get the out. 5-3 on the putout. No runs on one hit there. No errors and a man left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here with the Lopes coming up. If you're on campus, check out GCBC for locally sourced coffee, tea, and treats. That's the Grand Canyon Beverage Company, located in the Student Union, Roadrunner Apartments, and Canyon 49. I have had coffee there, as well as an Americano. Very tasty. You guys had things there? Anybody else in the press box? No? All right, they're going to check it out. They just guaranteed me they would check it out. I saw them. No score as we go to the bottom of the second. Tyler Wyatt, Garrison Schwartz, and Cuba Bess to face Max Carter. Carter, the designated hitter in this ball game, as well as being the starting pitcher, was hit in the right wrist in his at-bat in the first inning. Struggled a bit with his control when he came out to pitch the bottom of the first. Walked the first man, but then got the next three batters. So we have no score here in the bottom of the second inning. Wyatt to lead off for GCU. Batting fifth, playing left field. Tyler Wyatt, Mr. Versatile, played every infield position last year except for catcher. Got to start in left field, hoping that Coach Stankiewicz will get him into center and right and maybe even put him behind the plate sometime this year. What the heck? Pitched last year, already thrown a couple innings this year. Wyatt hitting .222, 1 homer, 3 RBI. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Looked like it hung up a bit high, but got the call from Joe Burleson behind home plate. The Northern Colorado leads the WAC. Already got a WAC win, beating Sac State. That one misses outside, 1-1. That one in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Down to third. Heinrich has it. Couple of crow hops. Shows off the gun. 1 up, 1 down. Let's bring up Garrison Schwartz, preseason WAC Player of the Year. Gary taking a bit to get going here, hitting .246 on the year, but 2 homers and 13 RBI ties him for tops on the team with Ian Evans. It's a righty-lefty matchup here. Northern Colorado hosting Sacramento State. Got the win today, 7-5, so they are 1-0 in conference play. Chicago State at Seattle. Utah Valley at UTRGV, and Bakersfield here against the Lopes, up high. Ball 1. New Mexico State got the win at UC Santa Barbara. 7-3 was the final. 2-0 the count now. In there for a strike. They're in the bottom of the 8th in Seattle. 3-2. Redhawks with the lead over Chicago State. Swing and a miss. 2 ball, 2 strike count. They're in the top of the 8th at Edinburgh, Texas in UTRGV. Tied with Utah Valley, 3-3. We go to a full count here on Garrison Schwartz with 1 out, nobody on. We are in the bottom of the second inning. No score in the ball game. Lopes looking for their first base hit against Max Carter. 3-2 pitch. Tried to check his swing. He did. Ooh, that one looked a little close. Second walk of the ball game for Carter. Second base runner of the ball game for GCU. And that'll bring up Cuba Bass, the designated hitter. Bass, the big freshman left-handed batter. Cuba hitting .327 on the year. No homers and 5 RBI. Carter now 26 pitches, just 11 strikes to show for it. Seems to be laboring a bit. Not sure if it's because of a sore right wrist or just one of those nights. Ripped by Best right at Metzger. Chance for the double play, and they got it. Whoa! Close play over at first. Schwartz got a little too far off the bag. That was ripped, and Metzger, a very quick turn. Andy Stankiewicz stares out there to Matt Stelgas, but the call remains. So Best lines in to the 4-3 double play, and that is the inning. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We've completed 2. No score here from Brazel. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Earning your RN to BSN degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. Finding your purpose takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience delivering our accredited RN to BSN program 100% online. Graduate in as few as 16 months, learning from full-time practicing nurse faculty in small classes. Integrate your education with your faith and Christian worldview.
Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Jake Wong on the hill for his 3rd inning. The starter for GCU has given up 1 hit in this ball game. No score, and it'll be the top of the order for the Roadrunners. Pena, Penner, and Metzger. Jake Wong, through 2 innings, has given up just the 1 hit. He's walked 1. He's struck out 1. Faced 9 batters. Thrown 42 pitches, 29 for strikes. So a lot of pitches early for Jake. 42 through just a couple of innings. Have to keep an eye on that. Needs a quick inning here. Breaking pitch, strike 1. Pena struck out swinging on a 3-2 pitch in the 1st inning, leading off the ball game, but it was a good at bat. He fouled off quite a few and really pushed that pitch count up. 1-1. Big gap in left center field. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. About 74 degrees at first pitch. Might get down to around 67, 68 degrees by the time we're done. Clear skies. Not much of a breeze at all. The 1-2 up high wouldn't chase it. 2-2. Chop foul. GCU, as we mentioned, back from that long road trip. Just got back from New Mexico. They had a tale of 2 different ball games, a 6-1 win and a 22-3 loss. They had 14 hits in the game on Tuesday. Held the Lobos to just 4. Ooh. 3-2 count once again. Well, second time in last couple batters that the Lobos haven't been too excited about some calls here. But after holding the Lobos to 4 hits, they gave up. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Second time that Pena struck out, swinging against Jake Wong on a 3-2 pitch. Second strikeout of the ball game for Jake. And once again, leadoff batter does not reach base. That'll bring up Andrew Penner. Penner, the junior transfer, ground out to short his first time up. But the Lopes held the Lobos to just 4 hits and 1 run on Tuesday, but then the Lobos exploded for 22 runs in that Wednesday win. So GCU trying to get back in the winning ways. Shot back up the box, a dive, but under the glove, past the glove of Bull. Second base hit of the ball game for Bakersfield.
Second baseman, David Metzger.
Well, Pinner got all of that one. I'll bring up David Metzger. Pinner 1 for 2 in stolen bases this season. Looking over into the dugout, getting the call from the skipper, Jeremy Beard. See what they want to do. So Jake once again going to pitch from the stretch here. Evans holding Pinner on at first. Metzger walked, got to second, but was stranded there in the first. Throw over and the runner back. Metzger hitting .349, no homers, 11 RBI. Good batter, a guy you could put something on with. Straight steal, a little hit and run. Penner not going. Fastball away, ball 1. In there for a strike, 1-1 the count. Throw over and Penner back without a tag. Metzger at .312 his freshman year, .347 his sophomore year, and .305 his junior year. And close to .350 here. Shot could be 2. Back to second for 1. Back to first. The double play. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Lopes needed that one to keep that pitch count down. Jake Wong got the comebacker. 1-6-3 on the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here from Brazel. So you want to work on campus? GCU is hiring student workers for summer 2017. Now some jobs may start as soon as this semester. Build your resume and gain real-world experience as a GCU student worker. Find a job on March 29th on the Student Union Promenade. Or start applying online today at gcu.edu/student employment. That's gcu.edu/student employment. Got some student workers up here in the booth. You guys love it? Thumbs up, everybody? Everybody's excited to be working? Yep, I think they might be lying, but they all said they're excited. No score as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Of course, if you're going to work, being in the press box watching a ball game, there could be worse ways to earn a paycheck. Max Carter back on the hill. Carter, the designated hitter and starting pitcher, will play first base in, might play first base tomorrow, just be a DH, not sure, because Malik Jones, who was scheduled to start tomorrow, was going to start on Sunday. Both those guys are two-way players, but Carter through 2 innings has walked a couple, no strikeouts, hasn't given up a base hit, and he's faced 7 batters, 27 pitches, 12 for strikes. For the Lopes, Griffin Barnes, Mark Mumper, and then the top of the order, an Austin Bull. High and away, ball 1. Barnes hitting .216, 1 homer, 4 RBI. He's pretty much solidified himself as the starting catcher. Popped up right side. Jones coming over. Looks like he's got plenty of room. Drifts a bit back toward fair territory, but makes a grab in foul territory. That'll bring up Mark Mumper. Mumper hitting .200, no homers, 4 RBI. Shortstop was one of the areas, shortstop and second, where the Lopes weren't quite sure what they were going to do this year. Bull played at short the majority of the early part of the season. Mumper laces one, caught by Jones. Athletic play by the first baseman, Malik Jones. So now we have seen both first basemen rob the opposing team, making great catches on line shots. Evans robbed Malik Jones in the first inning, leaping high into the air to make the grab. Jones there robs Mumper of a base hit. 2 down, top of the order, Austin Bull. So Carter looked a little wild early. Hasn't thrown a ton of strikes, but back to the top of the order. Has 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Lopes yet to get a base hit off Max Carter, and he's thrown fewer pitches than Jake Wong in their first strike. Bull walked on a 3-1 pitch back in the first inning. Got as far as second base after he was bunted over by Tom LaRouge, who's on deck, but was stranded there as Evans and Malice were retired. Up high. 1-1 to Austin Bull. So Bull hitting .355 on the year. No homers, 5 RBI. Up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ten walks on the season for Austin Bull. Three and 1. Bull's been the leadoff man 18 of 20 games now this season for GCU. In there for a strike, count goes full. 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. No score here at Brazel. Just 2 hits for Bakersfield, no hits for GCU. And he walks him for the second time in the ball game. So Bull on, and I'll bring up Tom LaRouge. Tom had a sac bunt his first time at the plate that moved Bull over to second, but they couldn't get him any further. We'll see what they do here with Tom. They try a little hit and run or a straight steal. Bull is 0 for 4 in stolen bases, though, this year. LaRouge hitting .294, no homers, no RBI. This is just the 8th start of the year for LaRouge. Misses outside, 1-0. Throw over and Bull back. Off-speed pitch, high and away. 2-0 the count to Tom LaRouge. Well, LaRouge started off DHing. Preston Pavlica pretty much taking over that center field spot. Pavlica injured himself tracking down a long fly ball up at St. Mary's. Caught the ball, then ran into the wall. Injured his wrist, and he's out for a while. The 2-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1. LaRouge had been nursing that shoulder injury that he sustained last season and through the summer. Now back and ready to play. See if the Lopes do something here on a 2-1 count. Bull getting a good lead, taking an extra little step there, and they throw over. Quick tag applied, but just a bit late. Ooh, a good lead by Bull. Didn't go. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 now to LaRouge. Looks like Tom was fooled on that one. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs, no score. We are in the bottom of the third here at Brazil Stadium. There goes a runner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that will be the inning. Pretty good jump by Bull, but all for naught. First strikeout of the ball game for Max Carter ends the third. So for the Lopes, no runs on no hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We have completed 3. No score here from Brazil. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Congrats to the GCU men's volleyball team. Got a win tonight over Princeton, 3-1. Won the first one 25-15, then 25-17, lost set 3, and then won the fourth set 25-22, avenging the 5-set loss last night to Princeton. So congrats to the men's volleyball squad on that victory. 15th win of the season. They are 15-9 now and head out on the road for Loyola Chicago on the 31st and the 1st, and back to finish things up April 4th. Back here at Brazil, no scores. We go to the 4th. Carter, Jones, and Grotjean. Jake Wong back on the hill for his 4th inning. Fastball, inside corner, no, says Joe Burleson. Ball 1. Pitchers duel here. Just 2 hits in the ball game, both by Bakersfield, in there for a strike with a breaking pitch. 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 3 left on for Bakersfield. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on for the Lopes. This is down low, 2-1. Those 2 left on are the same guy, Austin Bull, in the 1st and the 3rd. Two-one pitch to Carter. In the dirt, 3-1. Max Carter was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. Comes in inning 377 with a homer and 12 RBI. Friday night starter and DH and first baseman. He and Malik Jones, who's in the on-deck circle, shift around at pitcher and first base. The 3-1. In the air to center, hit pretty well. Going back is Tom LaRouge. Sets himself, comes in, and makes the grab. It's a loud fly out to center for the first out of the inning. And Jake Wong has done his part through 3 1/3. He has kept the leadoff man from getting on base in every inning thus far. Malik Jones lined out to the first baseman, Ian Evans. Sharply hit ball. Evans left his feet and hit a great vertical to make the grab. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Jones, after lining out, drops his batting average down to a paltry 407. In there for a strike. Malik, no homers, 12 RBI. He'll be your Sunday starter as it stands now. Gets under that one and pulls it down the line. Malice giving chase. Does he have room? Did have a little bit of room, but couldn't make the grab. had about maybe a foot or two more. And had the Lopes had guys down in the pin, they could have helped him out a little bit. But a lot of times you'll see the shortstop able to make up the ground and make a play like that. But Malice the best angle. Unable to come up with a 1-ball, 2-strike to count. Hopefully Jones does not make the Lopes pay for being unable to make that grab. Down the right side, foul. Fastball, strike 3 on the inside corner. Third strikeout of the ball game for Jake Wong, and first strikeout of a batter not named Mark Pena. So quickly 2 up and 2 down, and Ryan Grotjohn ground out to second base, his only at bat back in the second inning. And Grotjohn, after that ground out, first one misses, ball 1. He's dropped his batting average down to just .468. The 1-0. In the air to left, Wyatt starts in and comes back, makes the grab, and a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Wong. So for Bakersfield in the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th, no score here at Brazel. Well, check out companies on campus next week in the Student Union. Network with different companies, learn about jobs and internships, and maybe even land a job. For more information, contact Career Services at gcu.edu, or you can follow them on Facebook for future opportunities at facebook.com/GCU Career Services. And while you're there, you can grab a beverage at Grand Canyon Beverage Company. See how I tie those two reads together? Pretty slick, huh? No scores. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Carter back on the hill. You can even take your computer to the Student Union, get a job, buy a beverage, and order some Lopes apparel with 20% off. I don't know if I can tie the other ones together. Only 2 hits in the ball game, both by Bakersfield. Lopes looking for their first hit. They'll send the heart of the order up. Ian Evans, Zach Malice, Tyler Wyatt here in the 4th to face Max Carter. Both starting pitchers pitching very well, to say the least. Through 3, Carter has walked 3 and struck out 1, but he's pitched around those 3 walks, just 41 pitches, only 19 strikes. So he's pitched around those walks and a lot of balls. Jake Wong through 4 has 1 walk and 3 Ks and 66 pitches, 43 strikes. Evans hitting .310, rips that one to center field. Pena coming over to right, makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Evans now 0 for 2. I'll bring up Zach Malice. Malice popped out to short his last time up. Malice, the third baseman for GCU. As a freshman, played primarily at first base last season. Hitting .266 on the year. No homers, 11 RBI. Low and away, ball 1. Well, for Bakersfield, good to see Carter pitching in his ball game. He got hit by a pitch in the first inning, and a little wild as he started the bottom of the first. In there for a strike 1-1. His skipper Jeremy Beard came out and got permission from the ump to have him throw a few pitches just to make sure he was okay, that his health was all right, and Carter said he was and stayed in it and has pitched well. In there for a strike, 1-2. I guess you could make the argument that he hasn't necessarily pitched well, but he's done a nice job and gotten good results. He hasn't been around the strike zone as effectively as I'm sure he'd want to be, but boy, he's made the pitches when he's had to. Little chopper, going to be a tough play. Grotjohn, the high bounce, throws on the run in time to get his man. Nice play by Ryan Grotjohn, the shortstop. Had to cover a lot of ground, that ball in the air a long time, but he makes the play, and there's 2 outs for Tyler Wyatt. Nobody on. We are in the bottom of the fourth. No score here at Brazel. Opening of whack play here. First pitch in there for strike one. Tyler Wyatt a ground out to third in his first at bat, hitting .216, 1 homer, and 3 RBI. Wyatt starting in left tonight. Hits it well to center. Going back. At the base of the wall, making the grab is the center field Mark Pena. Good break on the ball by Pena. And boy, pull that a little bit and you're bouncing one off the wall and have a 2-out double. As it is, a long, loud fly out to center. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Lopes in the fourth. We have completed 4. No score here from Brazel Stadium. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. When they say find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Jake Wong has given up 2 hits, but no runs here. As we go to the 5th, it'll be the bottom third of the order. Ortega, Valletta, and Heinrich for Bakersfield. No score in the ball game. Just 2 hits given up by Jake Wong. No hits given up by Max Carter, the starter for the Runners. Ortega, base hit single to left. His first time up, only time up so far in this ball game. Northern Colorado already with a victory over Sac State. They are 1-0 in the WAC as WAC play begins today. First pitch in there, strike one to Ortega. Ortega getting .393 on the year. Little chopper, gonna be trouble. Mumper has to throw on the run, gets his man. Boy, we have seen some good defensive play by both squads. Both first basemen ranging and leaping to spear line drives, and now both shortstop on choppers over the mound coming in and making great plays. So once again, Jake Wong, with a little help from his friend Mark Mumper, keeps a leadoff man from getting on base. No leadoff man for Bakersfield is yet to reach against Jake. Cole Valletta popped out to second base his last time up. Outside corner, strike one. We talked about Grote John being from Brophy College Prep out of Scottsdale. Cole Valletta grew up at Gilbert, Arizona, and played at Mesquite High. 0-1, breaking pitch inside corner. Nice slider. 0-2 on Valletta. Chicago State looking to win on the road at Seattle. Team picked to win the WAC preseason polls. Missed inside 1 and 2. Chicago State leads Seattle 4-3. They're in the bottom of the 9th, but Seattle's got a man on, a couple of outs. Sean Sutton at the plate. We'll keep an eye on that one. Strike 3 inside corner. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Jake Wong. 2 up, 2 down. Brandon Heinrich, the junior third baseman. First 2 strikeouts by Wong were of Mark Pena, the leadoff man who is on deck. Got him looking twice. Inside, ball 1. Jake got Malik Jones in the 4th looking, and Valletta looking now. In there for a strike. And it's a final. Chicago State on the road knocks off Seattle 4-3. The 1-1. Shot foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wong starting to get locked in here. Utah Valley up 4-3 at UTRGV. They're in the top of the 9th with nobody on and 2 outs. Utah Valley looking to get a win on the road. Up high. 2-2. So Northern Colorado, the home team, got a win. And then the road team, Chicago State, got a win. Utah Valley looking to be a road team getting a win as well. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Strike 3 inside corner. Wong strikes out the last 2. Looking. That is his 5th strikeout of the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. No score here at Brazel. Lopes will send up Schwartz, Bess, and Barnes to see if they can get a base hit and possibly score a run off the starter for Bakersfield, Max Carter. Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up. Max Carter, through 4 innings, has yet to give up a hit. He has walked 3. The Lopes have not been able to capitalize, though. He's also struck out 1, thrown a total of 48 pitches, 25 for strikes. Jake Wong really getting locked in here through 5 innings, has given up 2 base hits, has walked 1, but has struck out 5, 77 pitches, 54 strikes. Schwartz will lead things off for GCU. It'll be Cuba Bess and Griffin Barnes. Schwartz walked his last time up, but then was doubled off on the line shot by Barnes to the second baseman, David Metzger. First pitch to Gary, in there for strike 1. Got under it. Shallow left. Penner coming in and over. Makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Well, Lopes have been able to work some walks out of senior right-hander Max Carter. Typically when you walk 3 guys, you might have gotten pegged for at least 1 run, maybe 2, but Lopes have not been able to capitalize on those walks. 2 of those walks were to Austin Bull, 1 to Garrison Schwartz. The guy up here, Cuba Best, probably hit the ball the hardest off of Carter, but a line shot right at the second baseman, David Metzger, back in the second inning. Timeout call by Bess. Cuba hitting .320 this freshman campaign. No homers, 5 RBI. Hits that one hard and deep to center. Going back at the warning track, making the grab, is the center fielder Pena. So Best gave it a ride, but got under it just a bit too much. So a little fly out to left, and now a fly out to center. 2 up, 2 down, Griffin Barnes at the plate for GCU. Barnes popped out in foul territory to the first baseman, Malik Jones. It's only at bat in this ballgame, back in the 3rd. First pitch to Griffin. Misses outside, ball 1. Barnes hitting .211 on the year, 1 homer. 4 RBI. Lope still looking for a catcher to help him out offensively. Had that struggle last year as well. Chopper to 3rd. Heinrich has it. Sets himself, fires across, and both pitchers matching one another with 1, 2, 3 innings in the 4th and now in the 5th. for GCU. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Carter, the Bakersfield righty, still has a no-hitter through 5. No score here from Brazel. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
A pitcher's duel, as you would expect on a Friday night in collegiate baseball. For Bakersfield, the visitors, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on. For the Lopes, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the 6th, top of the order, to face Jake Wong. It'll be Mark Pena, Andrew Penner, and David Metzger for the runners. Good defensive plays by both squads, the first baseman and the shortstops, respectively. Ian Evans had a leaping grab to end the first inning with runners on a line drive by Jones. Jones then returned the favor in the 3rd, a leaping grab on a line shot by Mark Mumper to retire Mumper and keep him off the base paths. And then both shortstop, Grosjean and then Mumper, little choppers over the mound, had to charge in, field the ball, and throw on the run, and did it nicely. So Pena to lead things off. He's a leadoff man for this Bakersfield squad. A couple of strikeouts on 3-2 pitches in the 1st and the 3rd, both swinging. Fastball missed outside. Big gap in left center field. Ripped down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It's fair. Ricochets off the wall. Oh, Wyatt Falls going after it, but still going to be a leadoff double. 3rd hit of the ball game off Wong, and that one was just scorched down the line by Mark Pena. First leadoff man to reach for Bakersfield in this ball game. That'll bring up Andrew Penner. Penner hitting .458 on the year. Now Andy Stankiewicz going to take a visit out to the mound. Not sure if he saw something or if he's going to just chat with the squad about what they want to do here with the leadoff man at second base and really the heart of the order coming up here. I mean, you look at this lineup that Bakersfield throws out there, and you got Penner came into the game hitting .457, Metzger hitting right around .350, Carter hitting around .375, Malik Jones hitting over .400, Grosjean was up around .475. I mean, there's really no rest until you get down to Brandon Heinrich hitting a .158 coming into the ballgame. And he's a number 9 hole hitter. So Stankiewicz has had his say. Probably more of a team meeting / defensive talk. Did not send the pitching coach out there, Rich Dorman. Penner ground out to short in the 1st, and he singled to right in the 3rd. So Penner 1 for 2 in this one. As we said, hitting .458, no homers, but 7 RBI on the season. Pena at second. Nobody out and no score. It's down low and away, and Bakersfield dugout starting to jaw a little bit down there. Good gap in left center. Looks like they're going to try to pitch him away. The 1-0. Too far away. 2-0. Well, Coach Stankiewicz said in the pregame interview that Jake has started trusting his fastball and trusting that he truly is a power pitcher and been coming at guys. So see if he can get that trust back here. Just 3 hits in the ball game so far, all by Bakersfield. The 2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. Well, you want to be careful with a guy like Pinner, but you put him aboard, and you've got Metzger, Carter, and Jones due up. He's squaring around to bunt, taken all the way, and that one missed. A 4-pitch walk. So runners at first and second now, and David Metzger strolling to the plate. Lopes have pitchers down in the bullpen, but no action. Metzger walked in the first, got as far as second base before the inning ended, and ground into a 1-6-3 double play in the third. Lopes could use another one of those. Wong to check of the runners and the pitch. Nice slider in there for a strike one. Metzger hitting .344 now on the year. No homers, 11 RBI. Does have 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles and 2 triples. Metzger, the senior second baseman, reaches for one and fouls it off. No balls and 2 strikes. Most tenuous situation that Jake Wong has been in so far in this ball game, with nobody out. The leadoff double and then the 4-pitch walk. Got Pena at second and Pinner at first. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Jake Wong, and could not have come at a better time. After the 4-pitch walk to Pinner, the strikeout of Metzger, and now chance for a little double play to get yourself out of the inning. Max Carter was hit by a pitch in the first, flew out to center in the fourth, so he's 0 for 1 in this ball game. And that right there, boy, Jake just went right after Metzger, challenged him with that fastball, and David just a little late. Ground ball. Oh, Mumper was going over to cover the bag at second. There was nobody home. Might be a play at third for GCU, and there's not, but the runner comes in to score. And, man, that would have been tailor-made, but they had the runners moving. Mumper vacated his spot with a right-handed batter up, which you would imagine it might have been Bull's job. The throw into third just a little bit late. So Pena comes around to score. Pinner goes down to third on the RBI single by Carter. Well, normally with a righty up, unless they had decided to pitch him away, normally with that righty up, Bull's going to be covering the bag on a steal. But Mumper went to cover the bag, and there was nobody home, a little chopper that he would have easily fielded there. Might not have turned 2 as it was a chopper, but very well could have. Goes as an RBI single for Carter. 1 run in, and now runners at the corners for Malik Jones. 0 for 2. Lined out. A scorcher down to first that Evans caught, and he struck out looking in the fourth. Squaring to bunt. Oh, safety squeeze. Pinner hustles back to third. Malik Jones hitting an even .400 on the year. No homers, but 12 RBI. 1-0 Bakersfield with the lead. It's down low. 2-0. So Bakersfield trying to get to the Lopes here in this 6th inning. Northern Colorado has already won. Chicago State has already beaten Seattle. Utah Valley and out of way from beating UTRGV. We're into bunt again. Boy, missed on the attempt at the bunt. Looked like there might have been a throw down to third, but Barnes decided not to risk it. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Safety squeeze, but Penner was way down the line at third base. 2-1, a good opportunity to get some motion going here again for Bakersfield. Carter not a huge lead down there at first. They faked the third and the throw to first, but Carter, as we mentioned, it's only a couple steps away, just walked back to the bag. This inning started with a double by Pena. He came around to score on the single by Carter. Penner down there at third. He reached on a walk. 2-1. Not bunting up the middle. That's going to get through. 2-0 Bakersfield. Penner comes in to score on the RBI single by Malik Jones, and it's 2-0 Bakersfield. So back-to-back RBI singles. Little chopper to short, and then a ground ball up the middle. And it's 2-0 here in the sixth. Lopes trailer trying to get out of the inning. Now Ryan Grotjohn at the plate. Grotjohn, hottest hitter. Whack hitter of the week. 0 for 2, ground out to second, and a fly out to left in the fourth. Carter at second, Jones at first. Breaking pitch in there for strike one, diving right in at the ankles of Ryan Grotjohn. Grotjohn hitting .460 on the season. No homers, 15 RBI. Carter and Jones each just picked up their 13th RBI of the season. Inside, almost hit him, ball got away. Boy, it sounded like it hit something back there, but didn't hit Grotjohn. 1-1 the count. A weird sound off the glove of Barnes there, but he's able to track it down. Still nobody throwing in the Lopes pen. Wong had retired the last 7 in a row before the leadoff double by Pena. The 1-1. Grotjohn foul tips it. 1-2 the count. Grotjohn, as we mentioned, the WAC hitter of the week against Riverside, 10 for 15. He tied or reset a couple of school records against the Highlanders. On Sunday, he was 5 for 5 with 3 doubles and 3 RBI. Wong pushes the runner back. Two runs already across, 2 men on, not holding Jones on at first. The 1-2 with 1 out. Ground ball right back at Wong. He's got it, going to go to second for 1. They got a chance, back to first. The inning-ending double play, 1-6-3. Once again, second time they've done it. Wong, a nice job to stick with it as the ball initially got away from him. But a couple of runs come across, and the Lopes now trail it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Back-to-back RBI singles by Max Carter and Malik Jones gives Bakersfield the lead. For GCU, when we get to the sixth, it'll be Mumper and then the top of the order. 2-0 Bakersfield with the lead over the Lopes. You are invited to watch some of the best dunkers and sharpshooters in college basketball at GCU Arena. Witness some of the best college players compete in front of a national audience in the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championship on March 30th. Our own Dwayne Russell will be a part of that three-point contest. To see Dwayne back at GCU Arena. So check it out. That is March 30th. Of course, the Final Four coming here to Arizona. And some surprises in the tournament so far. Kentucky up 7 with about 10 minutes to go on UCLA. Not sure if that's a surprise to anyone or not, but Oregon through to the Elite Eight. Gonzaga through to the Elite Eight. Kansas just bullied their way through to the Elite Eight, crushing everybody. And the big surprise, Xavier over Arizona into the Elite Eight. North Carolina looked good, and then the other surprise is South Carolina, a 20-point win over Baylor. At the half, Florida up 2, 34-32 over Wisconsin. And as we mentioned, a 7-point lead for Kentucky, 60-53, with about 10 minutes to go. Mumper to lead off the 6th, 2-0 Bakersfield. Carter still has a no-hitter going. First pitch, inside corner strike. Mumper, his last time up, laced one down the right field line, but Jones able to reach over and snag it before it could find the grass. In the dirt, 1-1. Carter through 5 innings, has walked 3, struck out just 1, faced 17 batters, throwing 53 pitches and 29 for strikes. 2-1. Jake Wong, on the other hand, through 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 2, struck out 6, thrown 95 pitches and 60 for strikes. Mumper hitting 194 on the season. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of action in the pen for GCU now, with Wong closing in on 100 pitches. The 2-2 to Mumper. In the air, right side. Slicing out of play. It will get out of play. Josh Andrews warming in the pen. The 5'11 sophomore lefty out of Queen Creek. Been one of the better relief pitchers for GCU this season. Looks like he's just loosening up. Doesn't look like he's ready to come in earnest. Seems as if Wong will be back out there for the 7th. The 2-2 to Mumper. Fouls it off again. Good at bat by Mark. Trying to get aboard as a leadoff man here in the 6th. Well, it hasn't necessarily been easy for Carter. He's thrown a lot of balls, been behind a lot of batters. He's already walked 3, but he has been effective. Hasn't yet to give up a base hit and has a 2-run lead. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Mumper couldn't take the bat off the shoulder. Second strikeout of the ball game for Carter. Top of the order, Austin Bull. Carter is yet to solve Austin Bull here, as he's walked him twice, but hasn't hurt him. Bull was stranded at second back in the first inning after a leadoff walk, and stranded at first after a 2-out walk in the 3rd. Fastball up high, ball 1. Bull hitting .355 on the year. No homers, 5 RBI. 11 walks on the season. The 1-0. Foul back. 1-1. UTRGV goes down at home. Utah Valley with the 4-3 win. Seattle lost 4-3 at home to Chicago State as well. To the left side, Grosjean in the hole. Has to throw on the run. The scoop, not in time. Couldn't get a lot on it. Great play to get to that ball and make the throw. Bull just beat it out. So first base hit of the ball game for GCU against Max Carter. And wasn't the sharpest hit ball or the best hit ball they've had, but good placement by Bull, and he just legs it out. We'll see the replay and beat it just in time. Kind of a short hop there for Malik Jones. Good of him to stay with it. So now Visit to the mound by Jake Ortega. Got to lock his senior pitcher in and make sure the Lopes don't mount too much of a comeback here. Lopes just trailing at 2-0. Chance to get something going here with 1 out in the 6th. Tom LaRouge, a sac bunt in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. A little argument out there. Arguing the call, first base. Should have him come up and check out the replay. Trying to preserve the no-hitter. Well, we saw the replay, and all you folks watching saw the replay, and he definitely beat that one out. There have been some bang-bang plays over there at first. Stelgus making some very tight calls. That was not one of them. Bull takes his lead. Hacks at the first pitch and fouls it back. LaRouche hitting .286, no homers, no RBI. 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout and a sac bunt. Bull with the big lead. He's yet to be successful this season on steal attempts. The throw over. Tag applied, but late. Andrews continuing to warm now. Down in the Antelope pen. The 0-1. Outside. 1-1. Ian Evans on deck for GCU. Evans tied for the team lead with 13 RBI. But LaRouge at the plate. Lopes trail at 2-0 here in the 6th. Throw over and Bull dives back safely. So game slowing down here. Carter had been motoring along. That infield single by Bull that ended the no-hit bit. It slowed everything down a bit. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch looked to be a little low and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strike to count to Tom LaRouge, the junior center fielder for GCU. GCU trying to join Northern Colorado as the only home team to win in game 1 of their 3-game WAC series. Fouled off. Seattle lost in dramatic fashion. You could call it ugly fashion. Gave up 2 runs in the 9th. The second run, the game winner scored on the 1st and 3rd situation. Tried to pick the guy up first and threw the ball away. Winning run came home. Throw over. Bull back. So Chicago State getting a win on the road here in the first weekend of WAC play. The 1-2. Ripped deep to right. That could tie it. Up, and away. 2-run shot. Tom LaRouge. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Boy, Tommy turned on that one. That gets the crowd going. First home run of the year for LaRouge. First 2 RBI of the year for LaRouge. On a 1-2 pitch. Whole new ball game, 2-2. The no-hit goes away with the infield single, and then the 2-run shot by LaRouge. Ian Evans at the plate with 1 out and a 2-2 ball game. Pitch to Evans. Goes after and flies it to right. Valletta coming over toward center. Now camps and makes the grab. 2 down. So LaRouge gets his first of the season, third of his GCU career. Knots it at 2. Zach Malice at the plate. 0 for 2. Popped out to short and ground out to short. Malice hitting .262 on the season. No homers, 11 RBI. Up high. Andrews continues to warm. Initially looked like he was just getting loose and would not be coming in, but the way he's throwing now looks like he might be coming in. A big swing. Malice was trying to give the Lopes the lead there. 1-1. Missed outside. 2-1. Well, both pitchers throwing up zeros through the first 5 innings and both giving up 2 here in the 6th. Lopes trying to add on a third. Popped up right around the plate. Ortega. Carter makes the catch himself. Boy, Ortega, he shakes his head. I don't think he had any idea where that was. He was about 5 feet away from it. So Carter, the pitcher, who also plays first base, just made the grab himself, and a little disgusting flip back at the mound because he grooved a fastball to Tom LaRouge, and Tom did not miss it. A 2-run homer on a 1-2 pitch, and it's a whole new ball game. 2-2 your score as we go to the 7th. Jake Wong back on the hill for the Lopes. This is GCU Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Two-run homer by Tom LaRouge after Austin Bull gets an infield single to break up the no-hitter by Max Carter, and it's a 2-2 ball game. Boy, LaRouge coming up clutch. Jake Wong back on the mound. We saw Josh Andrews warming, getting loose. Like I said, it didn't look like he was coming in, but Jake has already thrown, I believe, 95 pitches, so we'll see what kind of a leash he has here. And in the 7th, he'll face the bottom third, Ortega, Valletta, and Heinrich, unless we get a pinch hitter. Ortega 1 for 2. The catcher, a base hit single to left in the 2nd. And then a ground out to short in the 5th. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left on for Bakersfield. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on for GCU. The 1-0 misses, 2-0. For Wong through 6. Now 97 pitches. Up high, 3-0. Imagine Andrews is ready out there. In there for a strike, 3-1. Probably up to Jake. If he gets this batter out, he might earn another. If he walks him, this will probably be it. Stankiewicz talking to Wally, Greg Wallace, to get some position changes in the outfield. Chopper to first. Evans gloves it. Steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. So once again, Wong has retired the leadoff man, the 6th time he's done that in 7 innings. The only time the leadoff man got aboard was a leadoff double by Pena back in the 6th. He came around to score. Penner scored behind him. Back-to-back singles by Carter and Jones. That one gets away, and now Dorman's going to come up and have a chat. Nope, Dorman's just going out to, or actually this board. I thought the pitching coach was going to come out there. Valletta down at first base now. That one got away from Wong. Number 9 hole hitter, Brandon Heinrich. So Valletta hit by a pitch, second batter that Wong has hit. In there for a strike on the outside corner. Lopes have turned a couple double plays, and they've both been of the 1-6-3 variety. Heinrich 0 for 2. Good pitch in there for a strike. So Heinrich down the count, no balls and 2 strike. Top of the order, and Pena on deck for Bakersfield. Valletta down at first base. He's 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts, so possibly could run. See if the Lopes pitch out here. Not a huge lead, now leaning down at first, not going, up high. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. Heinrich ground out to third in the second inning, and then he struck out looking in the 5th. Wong has 6 strikeouts through 6 1/3. There goes the runner. Good jump. High and tight. Foul tip. Runner's going to have to go back. So initially the home plate umpire was saying strike 3, but it was a foul tip, so 1 and 2. And that's a blessing for GCU because Valletta had a massive jump on that one. He would have strolled into second base. It was a high and tight pitch, and Heinrich was trying to hold up, and now the home plate umpire is going to come out and have a word. I think he's going to question if the ball hit off the hand or the bat. I think Jeremy Beard just trying to get a read because he saw Heinrich talking to the home plate umpire, wanted to make sure they didn't miss anything. So he heads back to the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. 2-2 ball game. We are in the 7th. 1 out. Valletta down at first, was hit by a pitch. Shot, line drive to Evans, steps on the bag, another double play, not the 1-6-3, but the liner to first, and steps on the bag for the 3rd double play of the ball game for GCU, and they have all been inning-ending double plays. So no runs on no hits, there were no errors, and nobody left on base. Time for the 7th inning stretch here at Brazos Stadium. 2-2 ball game. Well, folks, get ready to laugh out loud. Comedian and singer-songwriter Tim Hawkins is coming to GCU Arena April 1st for his April Fool's Day comedy concert. Show's guaranteed to entertain your entire family. Tickets start at $18 with meet and greet options available. Go to the arena box office or gcuarena.com. Student discounts and group discounts available. So if you get a group of students, you can double up. gcuarena.com. If you haven't seen Tim Hawkins, just Google him, and you'll be impressed and probably want to head down to the arena on April Fools and check that one out. He's also a former baseball player, played at the University of Missouri. Columbia, was a Tiger. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Wyatt, Schwartz, and Bess. The Lopes get their 3rd inning-ending double play to end the 7th. 2-2 ball game. Wong still the pitcher of record here. If Lopes can score a run, he's had such tough luck, Jake Wong. If the Lopes could score a run here, maybe put him on line to get a victory before he has to come out of the ball game. Breaking pitch, big sweeping breaking pitch by Carter. Misses ball 1. So Wong through 7 has thrown 106 pitches. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, a couple of runs, both earned. Ripped, but foul. Almost caught the pitcher warming up down there. Is that AJ? Boy, Franks, nobody put a glove up or anything. That one came right over the top row of Lopes down there. They were ducking, getting out of the way, and AJ caught out of the corner of his eye and able to pirouette to safety, the 1-0, or the 1-1. And then for a strike, 1-2. Wyatt 0 for 2. He ground out to third in the second and flew out to center in the fourth. The 1-2. Low, 2-2. Well, Carter started this inning with 73 pitches, so good economy of effort there. But he's also given up 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. The 2-2 to Tyler Wyatt. Oh, breaking pitch, and he knew it, just couldn't pull the trigger and did it late. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Carter. Nice piece of pitching there by the senior righty. That'll bring up Garrison Schwartz. Gary 0 for 1, walked in the second, but then he was doubled off on a liner to first. And he flew out to left in the 5th. 78 pitches for Carter now, up high on his 79th. 1-0. Schwartz hitting .243, a couple homers, 13 RBI on the season. Garrison was selected as the WAC preseason player of the year by the coaches. In there for a strike, 1-1. In the air, got under it, shallow center field. Pena coming in. Going to make the grab for the second out of the inning. Now Gary struggling at the plate. Just getting a bit under that one. They've moved him all around in the order. You know, started as number 3 hitter, then 4. Got him down to 6 here. He's been up as high as the number 2 hole hitter. So with 2 outs, Cuba Bess ripped a line drive that was caught by the second baseman David Metzger in the second. Metzger then turned that into a double play, doubling off Schwartz at first, and then flew out to deep center field in the 5th. Up high, ball 1. Best hitting .314 on the season, still looking for his first home run as an Antelope. Has 5 RBI. In there for a strike. 1-1. I think that Franks might be coming in here in this next inning. Fouled off. 1-2. What did I say? 106 pitches for Wong. 67 strikes through 12 first pitch strikes. Facing 27 batters. The 1-2 with 2 outs. A 2-2 ball game. Up high, checked his swing. Did he go? They look. He did not. Third base umpire Steve Mattingly kind of just put his head down and waved nonchalantly that he didn't go. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Strike 3 outside corner. Best thought it was a bit too far outside. He says something to the home plate umpire Burleson. Just wanted to make sure that Joe agreed with himself. So the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Carter ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Lopes. We have completed 7. 2-2 your score here. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left on for Bakersfield. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on for GCU. Max Carter had a no-hitter for the runners through 5 and a third. Austin Bull got a base hit single, a 2-run homer by LaRouge. That tied up the score after Bakersfield had scored 2 in the 6th, and that's where we're at right now as we head to the 8th. And Jake Wong, another great pitching performance, but he will get a no decision in this one, as you see number 29, A.J. Franks on the hill. Franks, the senior righty, a 4.58 ERA, a record of 1-0 and 1 save. This will be his 11th appearance. In 17 2/3, he's given up 19 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, walked 3 and struck out 8. Opposition hitting .279 against A.J. So Franks comes in to face the top of the order, and probably a pretty good move by Coach Stankiewicz, as this will be the 4th time through the, or would have been the 4th time through the order for Jake Wong, and that's a tough to do for any pitcher. They just got to Jake in that 6th, a leadoff double, a walk, a strikeout, and then back-to-back singles. Strike on the inside corner, and this is tough for hitters who they've been watching that power arm of Jake Wong coming about 3/4 over the top, and now you got the slower pitching sidearm delivery. Strike 2. Now Pena decided he might try to bunt one. It was Pena that got the leadoff double in the 6th. Only time the leadoff man has reached so far for Bakersfield, but he doubled and came in to score the first run of the ballgame. Also struck out twice against Jake Wong. So Pena 1 for 3 with a run scored, hitting .306 on the season. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Pena. 1st strikeout of the ball game for A.J. Franks. So A.J.'s 1st and 7th for the Lopes, and that'll bring up Andrew Penner. First pitch in there for a strike. Boy, this is good to see. A.J. coming in, just throwing strikes. Penner 1 for 2. Ground out to short in the 1st. He singled in the 3rd, then he walked and scored in the 6th. Another one in there for a strike. Penner didn't like it. And Joe Burleson doesn't seem too concerned about that. 0-2. That one fouled back off of the face mask of catcher for the Lopes, Griffin Barnes. Shakes his head to get the cobwebs out. The 0-2. Thought that was going to be strike 3 there. A little low, 1-2 to Penner. Penner hitting .458 on the year. No homers, 7 RBI. Staying alive. Utah Valley, Northern Colorado, and Chicago State, all with wins. Strike 3, swing and a miss, off speed, low and away. So Franks comes in and strikes out the first 2 he faces. 8th strikeout for Lopes pitchers, and quickly 2 up, 2 down to David Metzger. Metzger walked in the 1st, ground into a 1-6-3 double play to end the 3rd, and then struck out in the 6th. So Jake Wong had his number. See if Franks can have his number. Breaking pitch, strike 1. Chopper, right back. AJ's got it. Underhand toss, and that's inning. That's how you do relief pitching right there. A couple of strikeouts, and then a ground out, 1-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-2 ball game here. Lopes will send up Barnes, Mumper, and Bull if we don't get a pinch hitter. West Side Story, the classic tale of a turf war between rival teenage gangs, opens in Ethington Theater on March 31st. This spin on Romeo and Juliet has been captivating audiences for decades, and this production will be no exception. Get your tickets now at gcu.edu/west. That's gcu.edu/west. Fans enjoying a beautiful night. They're playing Sweet Caroline. See if anybody gets going here. And we get to the chorus. There they go. Fans into it now. Carter back on the hill as the Lopes and Bakersfield 2-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to get a pinch hitter for Griffin Barnes. Greg Sines going to come in and pinch hit here for the catcher, Griffin Barnes. Mumper is due up. We'll see if Mark stays in or we get a pinch hitter for Mark as well. Well, Greg Sines, the chance here to get the Lopes going against Carter. Wong, who started for GCU, went 7. Carter threw fewer pitches, so he's going to start the 8th here. Ripped deep. Could that be it? At the warning track. Just got under it and the ball died out there to left center. Just didn't get those arms quite extended. It sounded good off the bat. Signs jumping on the first fastball and didn't quite carry as far as we thought it might off the bat. Pena making the grab at the warning track. So a deep drive by Signs. 1 out, Mark Mumper at the plate. Mumper 0 for 2. Outside corner for a strike. Mumper had a line out to first baseman Malik Jones in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 6th. Chopper to second. Metzger's got it on the high hop. Gathers himself and throws out Mumper. So quickly 2 up and 2 down in the 8th for Carter. The way Carter's going, he might be able to get himself into the 9th. Only thrown about 90 pitches here, but he has struggled with Austin Bull. Bull 1 for 1. He walked in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 6th. It was his single that broke up the no-hitter. First pitch, fastball, strike. Ripped down the line. If it's fair, could be extras. It is. Bull on his horse. Turns, keeps an eye on it. Ball gets away. He might try for 3. He doesn't break stride. Throw's going to be late in the dirt. Bull with a triple. Well, the ball rattled around down there in the corner. Valletta couldn't come up with it. So Bull with a 2-out triple. Boy, Austin Bull having a day. His first triple of the year. Now Carter getting a visit. That might be it. There's a lot of action down there in the bullpen. The head coach out for a chat. Second triple of his career for Austin Bull. That might chase Carter. And Carter, if he does leave, depending on what happens in relief, could be the loser in this one. He's responsible for Bull. So Austin Bull has been on base 4 times in this game. 2 walks, a single, and now a triple. Just ripped it down the line. Valletta had some trouble with it in the corner, and that allowed him to get to 3rd. But great base running, too. Bull was thinking extras out of the box. As he rounded 1st, you could see him peeking over his right shoulder, but not breaking stride. And didn't even have to wait and look to see Coach Stankiewicz waving. It really was his decision. Once he saw that kick away from Valletta, boy, he didn't break stride at all and cruised on a slide into third. So they're going to leave Carter in there. Didn't look like they really had that many guys throwing in earnest down there in the pen, so might not even be ready to bring him in. Tom LaRouge had the 2-run homer that tied the game in the 6th. Base hit here. Be the go-ahead run. Possible, potential game winner. Thought about a little safety squeeze there, squared around a bunt, and took the pitch as a strike. LaRouge hitting .306 on the season. Pops it foul. Going to get out of play. Heinrich comes over, but well out of play. So Carter up in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Two-two ball game. We are in the 8th. Just staying alive. LaRouge reaches for that one. After a long fly out to center by Signs and then ground out by Mumper. Bull with the triple. 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run. LaRouge has driven him in once tonight, the 0-2. Shot back up the box. Lopes lead it 3-2. Tom LaRouge has driven in all 3 runs tonight for the Lopes. Well, Tom LaRouge, we saw him do it last year in a span. And LaRouge, a tough start to the year as Ian Evans digs in. He couldn't play in the field really with that inability to throw the ball real well, and he was DH, and then he lost that spot with the play by Kona Quiggle and Cuba Bess, and now back in there making the most of it. Has driven in 3 tonight and is 2 for 3 on the evening. Carter staying in there. Little surprising. Of course, I don't know the personnel of Bakersfield as well as their skipper, Jeremy Beard. Evans looking for his first base hit, 0 for 3. A ground out and a couple of flyouts. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. Ground out to third in the first. Fly out to center in the 4th. And to right in the 6th. And now Beard comes out, and that will be it. See who they bring in, but the pitching change will be made here. So Carter on the hook to be the tough luck loser if Bakersfield can't mount a comeback. New pitcher is going to be Kenny Johnson, number 35, the 6-foot freshman out of Lancaster, California, Lancaster High. So the evening is done for Carter. Had a no-hitter going through 5 1/3. Leaves down 3-2, mainly because of Bull and LaRouge. Well, I could almost say exclusively because of Bull and LaRouge. It was Bull that broke up the no-hitter with an infield single, and Tom followed with a 2-run homer to tie the game. And in this inning, it was Bull that knocked a 2-out triple, and then LaRouge drove him in with a single up the box. So Bull has scored twice, LaRouge has scored once, and driven in all 3. Take a look at Johnson. The Lopes have already gone to a reliever. Kenny, a 7.59 ERA. This will be his 9th appearance, a record of 0-1 with 1 save. In 10 2/3, Kenny Johnson's given up 14 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 12. Opposition hitting .304 against Johnson. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left on for the Lopes. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on for the Lopes. The first was for Bakersfield, a 2-5-0-4. Same 2 teams match up tomorrow. Jake Repovich and Isaiah Moten. That'll be at 2 o'clock, and then the series finale at noon on Sunday. Chicago State has already won on the road 4-3 at Seattle. Utah Valley won on the road 4-3 at UTRGV. Northern Colorado won at home 7-5 over Sac State. New Mexico State playing a non-conference game, winning 7-3 at Santa Barbara. So they have the prettiest locale for their game down in Santa Barbara. The only one not playing the conference. Getting some votes for Phoenix over Santa Barbara here in the press box. Well, I should say we got one vote. Johnson throws over. LaRouge dives back safely. 3-2 GCU. 2 outs. LaRouge at first. Evans at the plate with an 0-1 count. That 0-1 count inherited by Kenny Johnson. Another throw over. They're concerned that LaRouge might try to run here. Thomas 1 for 1 in stolen bases this year. Taking the lead again. He does go. High. The throw down. In time, they got him. But the throw was on the wrong side of the bag, the left field side of the bag, but a nice snap tag by Metzger gets the third out of the inning. So LaRouge caught stealing 2-4 for the third out, but LaRouge comes up huge for his second at-bat in a row. A 2-run homer in the sixth to tie the game, and a base hit single to bring in Bull for the lead. Will it be enough? Frank's out there, not a chance for a save for AJ. Chance to win his own ball game. 3-2, GCU with the lead as we go to the ninth. This is Lopes Baseball on GCU TV and the WAC Digital Network.
There's an exciting new destination for food, fun, and relaxation in the heart of Phoenix. Come to GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain hands-on workplace experience and deliver unmatched service right alongside the staff. Enjoy beautiful amenities like the resort-style pool and full-service fitness center. From the gaming lawn and patio to the artisanal coffee and teas of GCBC, you'll never want to leave. Room rate $79 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com to book your visit today.
Josh Meyer in to catch. Griffin Barnes was lifted for a pinch hitter. That was Greg Sines back in the eighth. Lopes with the lead. Bakersfield probably having a hard time believing it. They were just cruising. Max Carter, their starter, had a no-hitter going through 5 1/3. But it was Bull and LaRouge, the duo. They probably co-players of the game. Carter now in as the DH. He'll lead things off. 3-2 GCU. Frank's first pitch strike. He came on in relief in the eighth, struck out the first 2 and got a ground out, a comebacker. So he's only faced 3. Carter, Jones, and Grotjohn. Little chopper foul. 1-2 the count. Carter singled in a run his last time up. Was hit by a pitch in the first and flew out to center in the fourth. His base hit single. Made it a 1-0 ball game. Ooh, chopped off his foot. Boy, he's having a tough day of it here. His first at bat, he got hit in the right wrist. Now he's pelting balls off his ankles. So Frank's coming in with a chance to get himself a win in the ball game. Another good outing by Jake Wong, but he is not on the hook for the W here. Up high around the eyes. 1-2. Frank's right now 1-0 record on the year, so could get his second W. Mumper going out. It's going to fall. Leadoff single in the ninth for Carter. And the tying run is aboard. See if we get a pinch runner down there at first. First base hit off of Franks. Looks like number 29 is going to come in and pinch run. That's Ryan Kono.
Pitch running at first base for Carter, number 29, Ryan Kono.
Kono, the 5'9" freshman out of Hawaii. See if they want to run here with Jones at the plate. Now Bull coming in to have a chat. Check Kono's numbers here as a pinch runner. He is 2 for 2 in stolen bases, so do you steal a guy here? Do you hit and run? Do you play it straight? Do you possibly ask Jones, who's hitting over 400, to drop down a sac bunt? With the heart of the order and Grosjean and Ortega coming up. Really, Grosjean in there for strike one. So no sign of bunting on that one. Lopes trying to close it out here in the top of the ninth. Get their first win in the whack. Now he squares around to bunt. Malice coming in at third. Pitch outside. Oh, the pick back? No. Boy, great throw by Meyer. Had he put it right on the bag, he would have had him, but the sweep tag just a bit late. Boy, Kono was off the bag in no man's land there. It's a gutsy throw, because if you make an errant throw and the ball hits the runner and gets away, Kono will be standing on third. The 1-1. Not showing bunt this time. 2-1, and now a good count to do something here, whether it be steal a bag or try a little hit and run. Nobody out. Kono, the pinch runner, down at first. 3-2 Antelope lead. Starts, stops, swing and a miss. 2-2. Boy, Kono took an aggressive first step and looked like he had a pretty good jump. I want to throw one over there. He's getting a pretty good lead. Leaning a bit. The 2-2, not going. Swing and a miss. Josh Meyer holds the ball up and shakes it around a little bit. Got the pitch exactly where he wanted it. A little breaking pitch that broke in over the inside part of the plate. Jones couldn't catch up with it, so Grosjean at the plate now. Third strikeout of the ball game for A.J. Franks. That's the 9th strikeout by Lopes pitchers. Lopes have already gotten 3 inning-ending double plays. Could they get a game ender here? Pitch to Grosjean. Outside, ball 1. Lopes turned to 1-6-3 to end the third. They turned to 1-6-3 to end the sixth, and then a line out to the first baseman, Evans, and he stepped on the bag. Double play to end the seventh, excuse me. That one misses outside. 2-0. So Frank's already tying his career high with 3 strikeouts. He's done it 5 times now. Meyer's going to call a timeout and trot out to chat with his pitcher. To Grosjean. Ortega on deck. Now Andy Stankiewicz going to take the timeout and visit with his team. He's got Mick Vorhoff warming up down there in the pen. Stankiewicz has the entire infield come around the mound to have a chat as they discuss what they want to do here with Grosjean, the ever-dangerous Ryan Grosjean, at the plate. Looks like they're going to get a pitching change. So Stankiewicz is going to bring in Vorhoff. So now Franks will be on the hook for a win here, and Vorhoff could come in and get a save. So Franks heads out, Mick Vorhoff trots in, and we'll get a pitching change. Good job by Franks. He struck out 3 of the 5 that he faced, and he leaves here up 3-2 with 1 out and 1 on in the top of the 9th. Vorhoff, the 6'1 junior out of Sammamish, Washington, and East Lake High, comes in to pitch for GCU. Voroff, a 7.71 ERA, a record of 1-3. He's got one save. This will be his 10th appearance, all out of the pen. In 11 2/3, he's given up 16 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, walked 4 and struck out 10. Opponents hitting .333 against him. He has given up 3 home runs. So Voroff in to pitch here. The 2-0 count on Grosjean. So both coaches have made pitching changes after the initial pitcher had started throwing to a new batter. So Voroff, the third pitcher for GCU. Jake Wong got things going. Pitched a really good ball game. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. Walked 2, struck out 6 through 106 pitches. A.J. Franks came in, went 1 1/3, gave up 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts. Faced 5 batters and threw 21 pitches. Now Voroff into the ball game. Both teams scored twice in the 6th. The Lopes scored once in the 8th. All 3 runs driven in by Tom LaRouge, the junior center fielder for GCU. Voroff has scuffled a bit on the mound, as you can tell by that elevated ERA. Looked very sharp at times as well. So Grosjean now to face a different arm angle. 2-0 count. First pitch. Misses down low. 3-0. So GCU making it tough on themselves here. Throw over to first. The pinch runner Kono dives back. Kono, the tying run. Grosjean at the plate is the go-ahead run. Grosjean, no home runs on the season, but he does have 15 RBI. Fastball in there for a strike, was taking all the way. 3-1 the count. Grosjean did ground into an inning-ending double play in the 6th. Lopes have turned 3 inning-ending double plays. Throw over and Kono back. If they can turn one here, he'd be the game ender. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Kentucky already through to the Elite 8. Florida up 7 on Wisconsin with just under 3 minutes to go, and Wisconsin at the line shooting free throws. A 3-1. Throw over, Kono back again. There goes the runner. Great jump. In the air to left. Wyatt coming over toward the line, makes the grab, and Kono, speedy runner, has to hustle back. Boy, that's another one where Grosjean flies out to left for the second out, and man, had he not made contact with that pitch, Kono could have strolled into second base with a steal. Now Jake Ortega. Ortega, the left-handed sophomore catcher, 1 for 3 today. Singled in the first, or excuse me, his first time up in the second. Ground out to short in the 5th, and ground out to the first baseman in the 7th. Lopes an out away. Outside corner for a strike. Ortega hitting .367. No homers, 6 RBI for Jake Ortega. The 0-1. Missed outside 1-1. Breaking pitch down low, 2-1. See if they get their runner going here. Myers got a great arm. Has that sleeve over the right elbow after coming back from Tommy John surgery. Voroff trying to get A.J. Franks his second win. In there, no, missed, 3-1. Ooh, not sure where that missed. Maybe the second save of the season for Vorhoff and the second win for Franks, but Ortega making him work. And he walked him. Boy, that 2-1 pitch was tough, very close. So now, tying run moves down to second base. That's Kono. Got good speed. We're going to get a pinch hitter now. Christian Deaton, number 1, the left-handed hitting junior out of Bakersfield, California, Frontier High. Meyer having a word with Vorhoff. Christian Deaton hitting .231 on the year. No homers, but 3 RBI. Base hit here. More than likely tie it up. Kono down at second base. Speedy runner. Ortega down at first. Vorhoff steps off. Off-speed pitch up high, ball 1. Well, Frank started the inning, gave up the leadoff single, then got the strikeout and had a 2-0 count to Grosjean before Andy Stankiewicz pulled him and brought in Vorhoff. 2-0. Vorhoff was able to get out Grosjean on a fly out to left, but then he walked Jake Ortega. Now he's behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. It's Christian Deaton, the pinch hitter. Deaton might be going to wait and make him throw a strike. He does right there. Strike 2. 2-2 now. Boy, that one looked to be a bit outside, but we'll take the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Lopes lead at 3-2. We're in the top of the 9th. Vorhoff trying to end this one. Lopes a strike away. Deaton the pinch hitter. Here's the pitch. Fouled off that netting above the Lopes dugout. A.J. Franks hustles out and snags it. Now Meyer wants timeout to go out and chat with his pitcher one more time. The runner in second, making sure they understand each other on the signals. Now we're ready to go. 2-2 with 2 outs. The pitch. High, almost hit him, 3-2. So a full count, and now the runners are going to get to go. And so a gapper could give Bakersfield the lead. Kono going to get a good jump out there at second. Vorhoff steps off and wants the signs again. Timeout called by Meyer. He's looking over and now getting some signs from Rich Dorman, the pitching coach. Little miscommunication there, and I think Dorman wanted to make the call on the pitch. This important situation here. 3-2. There go the runners. Fouled off. So Deaton staying alive. Bakersfield coming in 11-5 on the year. The Lopes 6-13. Payoff pitch once again. Fouled right back our direction. So we'll do it again. 3-2. Kono at second, Ortega at first. Deaton at the plate. Lopes up 3-2 in the top of the ninth. Full count pitch. Runners off again. Breaking pitch, strike 3. Instead of the fastball, he threw the breaking ball. Deaton thought it was high. It's strike 3, and the Lopes get the victory. 10th strikeout of the ball game for GCU pitchers, and the Lopes win it 3-2. For the visitors, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. A.J. Franks gets his second win of the season. Mick Vorhoff picks up his second save of the season. And the loss goes to the starter. Max Carter gets the loss in this one. And he goes to 3-1, his first loss on the year. Well, it was a pitcher's duel up until the 6th. In that 6th inning, a leadoff double by Mark Payne in the top of the 6th, a walk to Penner, and then Jake Wong got a strikeout of Metzger, but a single by Carter brought in Penna, and a single by Jones brought in Payne, and a single by Jones brought in Penner, and it was a 2-0 ball game. Max Carter got the first out of the 6th inning, had no hit. The Lopes through 5 1/3, and then Austin Bull, an infield single, a bang-bang play at first, but Bull beat it out clearly on the replay. And then a 2-run homer by Tom LaRouge on a 1-2 pitch made it a 2-2 ball game. Then in the 8th, after Carter got the first 2 batters out, Austin Bull once again ripped one down the right field line for a 2-out triple. Tom LaRouge came up and blistered one up the middle for a base hit. 3-2, and that was your ball game. So Bull on base 4 times in this one and scored twice. LaRouge 2 for 3. With 3 RBI, drove in all the runs, and Bull scored 2 of the 3 runs. Those are your co-players of the game, and Jake Wong pitched great, but a no decision. So Bull and LaRouge accounting for the offense, your players of the game in this one. 3-2, GCU gets the victory. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We got more GCU baseball tomorrow at 2 p.m. on GCU TV. Thanks a lot to Gina for directing the show. Brenton, Riker, Connor, and Dewey on the cameras. I'm Michael. Thanks a bunch for joining us. Follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. Have a great night. Lopes win 3-2. Go Lopes.